Welcome. So I hear. Welcome, my dears. But I hear, make sure that you meet with yourself, my dears, before you go meeting with anything and anyone else outside of yourself. Yes. So welcome. This is an open invitation for those on their evolutionary elevation, and here for those kind of so tingling sensations all through the body, you see, because we tickle and prickle, you know what I mean? Because we are on those high evolutionary, revolutionary reigns that reign supreme on our land. Because we are taking command. Welcome. This is your opportunity to hit that like button. It's a button, right? It's a clicker, right? This is your opportunity to follow, to subscribe. This is your opportunity to say hi, right? Welcome. I'm sure I am going to announce certain things along the way, but I am Enchantress D. Babbler on this revolutionary, evolutionary has script here, operating from this channeling of transcribe that just floats all of the time. We float up here. Right? Welcome, my dear. Welcome. So this is going to be a cosmic quantum mix-up. That's what's up. You are new here. Welcome. There is no script here. Everything is flow, my dear. Take with it as it resonates for you with the most highest discernment of wisdom. While you're here, right? These will be a multitude of varying messages for today. Because there's a lot of things that are coming in. I feel it already, okay. And so I'm like, okay. So where I'm starting off on and where I'm feeling the vibe, it's the obsessed. Are you obsessed or passionate? Are you, there's going to be two flip sides to this coin. Are you the ones obsessed with someone, something? Are you the passionate evolutionist living from your soul? I said mind, body, heart, and soul in whole in my mind. Even though I said soul only on the external time. So I feel communication slowing down. And that's good. What do you mean when you say slow down? It means as so that you can hear or receive, listen, my dear, and speak it, that if that of which you are, to come into this full awareness of this full moon bloom, right? The frequency of Gaia energy, Mother Earth energy, divine masculine, divine feminine energies, infusing themselves within ourselves, in this connection that we are all infinitely connected in this kind of way to one another in every kind of evolutionary, like majestic kind of divine way. And if we can just get out of our own way, you know what I'm saying? It's like a rebirth. I'm getting emotional. It's a good time to cry, especially if you haven't. That applies to everyone. It's slowing down so that you can catch up. We have these I looked over right now and I saw this. From whom can I release judgment, my judgment right now? Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles. Drop the expectations and be grateful for what is. Today's soul action. Look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted, and even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. That sounds great in every kind of way, but we aren't some rah-rah, alchemized, in a line, no longer being gullible in this moment of time in our own lives to think that someone else is going to be in the same caliber of energy that we are on. That's a reality check of an awakening that's happening for many in this golden quantum time that is potent. So like, you know, I was talking about this with a very important person, right? And I said, prior to this shift that is occurring right now, right, collectively, and I speak of the ones on their evolutionary reign, the ones that are learning, the ones that are growing, the ones that are working on themselves instead of having their heads up someone else's motherfucking ass and then trying to take it from somebody else's and all this kind of evil shit, or this can't get their mind right because they're so toxic. Like, I don't want to get into that energy of a field, whatever the case may be, when their mentality, when their mentals is on some other kind of instrumentals that are discords in their own inner environment. Those kind of the obsessed, the ones that are obsessed with the ones that are evolving. The ones that are obsessed, there you go, with the ones that are evolving. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Right? So there's no judgment there, but there's a reality check there. There's a reality check right there. Like, back up, Satan. No. Because if you were in my face, you would get smacked with that no real quick. Right? No. Clácate, plácate, blócate. Somebody must have came in here that it's not supposed to be in here. But everything is evolution. So there you go, my dears. Right? So, you know, there'll be people in your life that as you awaken and you not disconnect, but you get into check, you get into alignment with yourself, right? You're on your introspection, you're on your elevation, you're on your evolution, you're in that, right? You're not accepting any substitutions, and you're not judging anybody either. You're either on the journey or not, right? And so I hear lazy, right? So there's many lazy energies that can be around you, right? That are not about that, but they want to linger. They want to linger. It's those obsessed with those doing their thing. So those that are obsessed with those doing their thing struggle. They have this challenge to do, right? Right? They have this challenge to do, right? So that's what we're doing. Tarot of shadows, right? The shadows of the obsessed. What is coming up right now in this full voodoo ritual? Look at this. So this is what they do. The obsessed. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they do. Wow, my hands are on fire. This is what they do behind the scenes. The obsessed, 7, 8, 9, 9, completion at this time, right? So that's the cycles being closed out from those that are passion evolving and not about that. Not about that. And that's what they know. They know that they can say and they can think whatever it is that they want about your charm, about your enchantments, about whatever it is, of however it is that you do. They're thinking of it from a distorted view. So it doesn't even matter the opinionate of whatever it is that they got to deliberate, because it comes from a distorted lens of it don't even mother budget matter, because it ain't healthy, my friends. If it ain't healthy, we don't want nothing to do with it. That's it, period. And that is the upliftment of this full moon bloom that's taking place right now. So it's like, okay, the other day I was so fixated on the moon because she was beautiful, let me tell you, because she was a half a moon, literally half a moon soon. You see half of her face in the shadow of the thing, and it was like there are things being illuminated at this time that you can see, and there are things still in the dark that are going to highlight, you know what I mean, and it's going to come into this full bloom moon, but they're in the sheer veil. You can see the moon's face, and it was like, we see what's coming up, you know what I mean? And it's coming full circle, you know what I mean? And so it goes back to that conversation I was having with that very important person, right? And was just saying, it's that, right? So that of which, like, let's say for the last 10 years, right? We're just cultivating time here to give it a time stamp and stuff like that. So for like the last 10 years, you've been doing the work. Like, real talk. Like, if you've been doing the work, you know what I'm talking about. You doing the work, not the half-stepping work. Doing the work. No matter how much of the tempo you may have gone in, there was no backsliding from your work. You understand what I'm saying? There's no backsliding in the work. If you were doing the work, whether you were moving freaking tiptoe space, whether you were moving and running fast at whatever space, there was no backsliding. For the last 10 years, you've been cultivating, building the momentum of this accelerating growth, okay? It's powerful. The momentum is there. It's lava is erupting. Okay. And then you got these obsessed mofos that done work and then backslide. 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 So their solution, which is filled with pollution, I see the vultures cleaning up that debris. They're coming down, swimming down, Valkyrie style. See the vultures eating them alive. Swooping down, saying stupid, stupid, stupid. Maybe that's just the human in me saying that. Maybe stupid. Right? River. They go to the river. Offer their ritual distortedly. Here, bring to me this that I ask of thee. Sickening. Right? Right. Ain't nobody saying you can't do what you want to do for the upliftment of you. But when you go and you distort the view and you try to do the upliftment and try to become judge, jury, and motherfudging empowered authority as though you got that kind of authority to go do certain kind of things as if though you earned something. Distorted is the view of that department. I'm about to leave the space because I don't like the energy that I get into when I get into that space. And it's not that I can't handle that space, it's that it's repulsive to me. Repulsive. I'm not perfect, but there ain't no space of a time, of a span, of a place that I ever have remained in. Understand that? Homes, right? These doing these kind of rituals, those voodoo kind of rituals, they're stuck in a space of a place that they can't get themselves out of. It's stuck magic. So they can regurgitate that bullshit over and over because that's why it becomes potent in that kind of way, because it's regurgitated. So it feels strong, but it's just shit on a stick. It's regurgitated. That's what I mean. You be looking ugly when you be making faces and doing those. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I've always been a character. I've been many characters. I am a character. Many. Many hats. Welcome to Tarot of the Shadows. Taking a walk on the polluted side. So they're doing voodoo rituals. They're regurgitating. And they're mad about it too. Because they know their regurgitation is just not what they're looking for. It's regurgitating. Who wants to eat regurgitated food? Certain birds. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right. 9. Going back to that. Completion. So the last 10 years, you've been working without no backslide, without no laziness, without no stuck. And you're seeing that now. You're like, wow, you know what? My turtle space might not be the fastest, but it's the realest. Okay, my turtle space might not be the fastest, but it's the firmest. It's the solid, most solid. It's a root without pollution. It knows the pollution, but it has the solution. That potency is growing. And these old mofos, Some of them are older. Some of them might even be older than you. But they're on that regurgitation, on that ritual. It's like that definition of insanity. Why I keep doing the same thing over and over. Think about that. How many times do you go to somebody to do the same thing? You got to think about the regurgitation of your own bullshit, and then think about the symbolic trance that you should set into space for your own evolutionary pace. And nobody can gift that to you. Sure, people can coach, people can help, people can give you things, right? We make things so that we can mix and infuse our magics together so that we can full moon bloom together, right? When someone purchases a water and they use the water as a divination tool for them to use for their own evolutionary journey, we're mixing our magic together so that you can grow. So now you keep getting the same kind of magics over and over and over again. Same thing is like money magic rituals and all these kind of things, and you still not happening, right? Then you want to blame or say something, it's this person or this person and all this kind of stuff. Everybody wants to play this blame game or something and all this kind of stuff, right? Interference, right? So there might be energies external trying to interfere. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to interfere. So that's their voodoo ritual, interference, because they know they can't block what is divinely orchestrated. They know that because they have that leveling of wisdom. They can't stop what's yours, but they want to do rituals for interference. Wow. Wow. So that's what they're doing. They're doing rituals to create interference during the thing in hopes, okay? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And yes, stay in your highest of mother fudging vibrations during any kind of delay, stall, interference, hiccup, frustration that you might experience in anything in your life that's just not that trivial, but like you get what I'm saying, like some kind of interference. Hold on. Right, so right, so yeah, sorry about that. Right, so their hope is with the interference. But remember, just think about the culminating, the cultivating, the masterful turtle speed, no matter how turtle speed it was for you, you know what I mean? The trajectory of the discipline and the actual acts of evolution that you have gifted yourself by the discipline that you have gifted yourself, right? Getting through every kind of revolution of an evolution that has presented itself to you in your own kind of life at this moment in time, right? So they're working their magic. It's just like, oh, to make you late for an important meeting, to delay certain kind of things, packages, to cause like you to bump your knee, or you know what I mean, like, or something like that, or people like, you know, just to cause some kind of hiccuping, right? That's their ritual. That's the ritual that they're going with, because it's their solution in their mind that has them thinking that, all right, you know, we can't stop this, but we can create interference in hopes. Okay, I want you to pay attention to what the in hopes is, because this is then where self-sabotage, and this is where it can mess with you. And I want to pull a card for those passionate too, right? Ooh, okay, here we go, right, swagger, right, swagger. And those are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, the duality of 2, making a choice that it is for you, right? To open up those doors to you, to do everything that you need to do to highlight for you, and to develop, even though I don't know what the meaning of this card is going to be, right? Because this is a newer deck and stuff like that. I'm looking at the pictures of this and stuff like that, but this person is standing in front of a mirror, right? But it's like a development, right? So what you're developing now, right? This is those on their evolutionary path of everything kind of thing, those that are trying to create the, right, they're obsessed with you, right? They're obsessed with you, so they're doing all these kind of voodoo rituals, or just even thinking about you. Not everybody's into black magic, not everybody's a witch, not everybody's this, but you know, most likely if you're a powerful being and all this kind of stuff, the spiritual warfare and the spiritual attacks are coming from other spiritual beings and who think they know a thing or two, or think they are high and above in their department of whatever, like, and think themselves in some kind of hierarchy, although that's humanoid creation. What's a hierarchy? A human creation. Okay. Right. So they do their little rituals to create the interference for you in hopes that you don't develop, because they see still like your gullibility or your trust in the world, because that's a part of your gift. You're not meant to become bitter like these seeds. You're not meant to hold those resentments, to hold that kind of hateful energy. That's not part of your path. That's not part of your development. That's why they sick with their obsessions towards you, because they're like, damn, this person has gone through, been through, done this, that too, and they still smiling, or they still working on the shit, and shit is still working in their favor, or things like that, and they're looking at it because they're comparing and contrasting fucking apples to oranges. Like, do the fucking work and you wouldn't have to compare and fucking contrast. Do the inner work. It's the inner work, not the external work. So, right, that's what they're doing, external work, right? They're doing their projectile vomiting. They're regurgitating, right, onto you, and they're trying to create interference for you because they want and hopes to create that disconnect with you and your goals and all this kind of stuff, make you feel a certain type of way, make you feel insecure, make you feel some type of way, because if they can get you in that lower vibrational energy to feel towards yourself, oh, why is the, to get you into that why energy, that victim mode energy, to get you in that attack mode, defense mode kind of energy, anything that can get you to energize that, right, their attacks, their interference, or to be frustrated with the interference in some kind of way and all that kind of stuff, is so that you can low vibrate, so that you can continue. So because then their rituals then become more potent for you in your life, because you're vibrating in the energy in which they are only meeting you on, right? So they're trying to bring you down to the leveling of energy that they're on, right? So they can't meet you at your fucking energy, no fucking way. They gotta do the fucking work in every kind of way, right? I'm sorry, I'm just getting passionate in every kind of way, right? They can't fucking meet you there, so they try to bring you down with their interference so that you can meet them on their motherfucking level. Are you fucking kidding me? It be like that. It be like that. Love yourself some more. Love everything. Everything. Okay? Flow, 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 flow. No, no. Okay. Okay. So, people are funny. Okay. So, how's your swagger, Dollface? Right? I was listening to to right? So yeah, it's that swagger, right? Their voodoo ritual and that swagger effect, right? And you knowing your your power, right? So swagger is recognized as the mode of behavior whereby one extols one's worth and superiority to an undue degree. Arrogant people hold themselves superior, right? And are conceitful, domineering, and disdainful. The causes that trigger swagger vary. In some occasions, it is based on claims of intellect, education, athleticism, athleticism, athleticism. There we go, athleticism, okay? Okay, or physical appearance. In other, it is founded on wealth, rank, lineage, or power, right? Oh, my this, my that, ooh, my edge. I've been doing this for, I've been doing this for, I've been doing, nevertheless, it can just be easily based on illusion or rooted in the past, right? The four stages that characterize the generation and development of swagger can be broadly defined as stage one. This is just a period of self-enhancement. There is nothing manifestedly extravagant in the person's behavior. Stage two, the person begins to believe in his or her own superiority. The first signs of swagger emerge: a tendency to interrupt a conversation to express an opinion or hearing only what coincides with one's views. Stage three, self-confidence has become selfishness expressed in the infringement of other people's boundaries. The person's behavior is driven by his or her ego and is characterized by arrogance and indifference to other people's emotions. Stage four, and the last step, consciousness is of no consequence, and self-criticism is completely absent. Such a person can quickly become intolerable, right? This is the moment when hard truth sets in. The arrogant individual realizes that swagger is not a virtue, but merely a desperate way to escape insecurity, achieve recognition, or find a place amongst fellow humans, right? So, you know, it's with compassion, right? You can look at these energies that are attempting to stay in your energy field, because that's part of what I was saying with the last 10 years you've been working on and stuff like that. There's a closing out of a cycle, and so the last final debris are being squeezed out, right? Because the cycle is completing itself, right? So people are doing the most, right? They're doing the most, right, out of this leveling of distorted illusion that they are superior in some kind of way to you, spirituality wise, or they feel like they should be, and why you might be reaping benefits and rewards to things that they feel entitled to have or want or something. I'm hearing that like strong, like it's a sense of like the card that I pulled from the spiritual fudge tarot deck yesterday, which said the universe don't owe you shit, all right? So get your head up out of your ass. That's pretty much the cards that, right? I like these cards a lot. These are my new favorites. They're a gift, so beautiful. So thank you. Right? The present moment is a fucking amazing. Yes, it is. Open up your eyeballs and look around. Even if you happen to be in the shittiest of shit times, there's probably something beautiful to notice right this very second. It could be that babies have eyelashes, and how could babies get any fucking cuter than having little baby eyelashes? Okay, or maybe it's just that you took a breath and you didn't think you'd be able to do that. Okay, you did it. Amazeballs. You fucking breathed. Okay. Let's get into the state of gratitude in every kind of way, right? Developing that. So the closing out of the cycles, right? So they might just be trying to stay in your energy field. That's what it is. There's energy trying to stay in your energy field, even when they are pretending to not be in your energy field. So be mindful of that, okay? People pretending to not be in your energy field, but all up in it. Right? Forgive the fuck out of someone today, okay? You're probably thinking it's not that easy. Sorry, but yes, the fuck it is, okay? Take all the energy you put into being mad and making a case for how wrong so-and-so is, and let that shit go, okay? Start small so you can get the hang of it. The driver who just cut you off, yell, I forgive you! During Manifestation Mavens and I live on Instagram, Manifestation Maven. Follow her. She is an awesome, she's an awesome, beautiful soul that contributes to our whole collective in her own divine majestic way, in every kind of way. You can find her at Manifestation Period Maven. On Instagram, we go live every week going over the book Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham, which you should definitely participate in. All the lives are posted on my page at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. It is MANNA for the soul, for those that are open for that kind of revolution of evolution. So it's for those that want it, pretty much. Okay, there's no force feed here. You go watch it if you want to, okay, and receive the mana that is going to be for you in every kind of fine, majestic way. But what was I saying? Yeah, we were saying something about something. And I was saying something, and then something happened, and something came, and then I just started talking about manifestation, Maven and I, in our live book club, our first ever live book club. This week will be week 5. Right, we already did 4 weeks, so you have 4 weeks of mana to receive. Yeah, and it's pretty freaking dope, and it's really cool and everything kind of way. So who just cut you off, y'all? I forgive you. I forgot what I was gonna say prior to that. Getting distracted in every kind of way. And wait, secret bonus perk: forgiving someone usually pisses them off worse than anything else, which is the truth, right? Because you don't want to hold on to anything and stuff like that. You can forgive the most heaviest of offenses. Like, you know, it's something to be surprised at the response. You might not get the genuine, like, authentic, like, you know, non-narcissistic response that some might need and stuff like that or whatever, but it does something for you over time. Like, just being able to let go and not hold on to toxic energies that you just don't need to. You don't have to put the blame on what the toxic energy is. It's just, okay, that's not the energy for me anymore. That's not the type of friend I want to have around. That's not the type of lover I want to invite inside my vagina. That's not the type of vagina I want to have my penis enter. That's not the type of person I want to surround myself with. That's not the type of job I want to work at. That's not the type of mindset I want to continue to have. That's not the way I want to treat people. That's not the way I want people to treat me. And just, you know, setting these boundaries and getting to know yourself a lot more, because it allows you to create the atmosphere that is for you, because you are deserving to receive that too, right? So just going, I don't want to lose sight of this, like, you know, energy. So you have, right, the passionate ones, right? Those I talk to in every kind of way. You got these energies that want to stick around and suck you dry in every kind of way. And meanwhile, they don't even honor you in the way that you are now recognizing in yourself that you should be honored as and treated as such. And by now you should have had some leveling of experience, right, in your evolution of really good people, and that you, whether they stay in your life or not, and just come across and you have paths, you cross paths, you know that the energies can be reciprocated. You know that there's people like you out there. You know that there's more of us to connect with. And so the more you let go of the energies that are disconnected, and it's by their choices that they make and stuff like that, that you can say, that's not for me. Nah, I don't like that. I don't want to be friends with somebody that I gotta question mark and look with the fucking with or think, damn, that person is envious. And as an empath and as an intuitive empath, like, you can't help but know what other people are feeling and how they're perceiving you, even if they don't intend to, and it may not be purposeful. People can't help how they feel about certain kind of things and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean you have to surround yourself just because you understand their condition. Why do you have to subject yourself to such energies? Let them work their shit out and let them meet you where you're at now. Let you be their inspiration. And most of the time, especially in the spiritual community of witches that are bitches, right? That are unhappy bitches. That's what they are. They're unhappy bitches with their life, right? Pretending to be a witch and then doing stuff that is just not nice. Right? You come with compassion and be like, you know what, I feel bad for that bitch. But that bitch didn't feel bad for you when she was trying to hex you, when she was doing voodoo rituals, when they were doing graveyard dirt and all this kind of nonsense, because they don't like themselves. And so they projectile vomit and regurgitate nonsense onto you and want you to pay that price for them not liking them fuck themselves. right? So no, quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. You got that dream, huh? That thing you think you got that dream, huh? That thing you think you maybe could do, but it's maybe too big, maybe too much of a long shot. Maybe you'll look stupid trying to do it. Do it! Seriously, I think about lying on your deathbed. Think about lying on your deathbed saying, I never went for it because I was afraid Susan would talk shit about me. Susan talks shit about you anyway. Go do you, then do it bigger, right? Then do you bigger, right? Right? Let Susan leave Susan with her voodoo ritual of interference. Once you realize the interference, is it interference? Or does it become only interference if you allow? Right? So, voodoo ritual. That's what they're doing. It's ugly. It's ugly what people can do behind the scenes and fake jacks to your face. And you think, oh no, who do that? A voodoo ritual is a black magic technique used to punish or eliminate enemies. But you see how it's distorted? They're looking at you like an enemy, the one they're obsessed with, who's probably inspiring them too. Right? In most cases, it triggers deadly disease or suicidal attempts. Like, you know, and these are the things I don't want to read about this energy because this is not the energy that I'm inviting, right? But just think about the mindsets of these kind of people that feel themselves above in some kind of way, and that they're sending these kind of things to you, and ooh, they're trolls. Trolls just fell. Okay, sickle of Saturn. It's not gonna be nice. The lessons that they learn from their spite taking bites, right? Sickle's poison. The poison that they feed themselves, right? Right? Like two black candles. Right? Their voodoo ritual. They're calling upon things that they have no business calling upon, and it's just going to further poison their own mind. Okay, but let's get out of this energy here and let's leave that energy of the tarot of shadows alone. Right? So for those of you that now know that certain energies are trying to create interference, and this could happen, it doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to happen in witchcraft kind of ways. It could be in practical, real life ways. Someone gossips, someone shares information with somebody that it had no business sharing. This could be trauma. This could be, you know, receiving a traffic ticket. This can be, you know, things that, whatever, you know, be mindful of the people around you and your irritability towards them. That could be the interference that they try to send your way, having discord with your close family and friends. So if you find yourself extra moody, know it's a full moon coming too. So check your PMS, you know, whether you be male or female. Sometimes you can get into an argument with somebody that you've been getting along with so great, and you're like, what in the world just happened here? That could be the interference. You understand what I'm saying? So just be mindful that you got some hateful mofos that really just truly hate themselves, and they're doing rituals. They get, and when by ritual, so let's say it's not witchcraft, you know, and it's just something. So rituals could be that they are on your social media 24/8 all the fucking time. They wake up and they think about you. They go to sleep and they think about you. They piss, they shit, and they shower and they think about you. Everything is about you. So their attention is on you. So their energy can be felt if you allow their energy to be felt around you. And they cannot be, they can, and then in their sick thoughts, you don't know what they're thinking. There can be a lot of things that they're thinking. You don't want to get lost in that kind of thinking. And you don't want to get lost in that kind of thinking. You want to get into the energy of your own kind of synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and our acceptance, right? That's beautiful, right? 41, 5, change, transformation, right? The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creation can give birth to a new reality. To stay in that excitement energy, that expectancy energy of knowing that, right? Stay in that allowance energy, okay? 9, for this completion, as you're closing out these cycles and you're having your new, your rebirth, your recalibration, your transformation, right? It's this transiting, this transition. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes a partner in the wonder stance of existence and expansion. Okay? Use discernment, beautiful souls. Okay? The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom, all right? So, start weaning away, start closing some doors early, just knowing intuitively that this is what must be done, okay? So deal with it now as opposed to deal with it later, and communication, right? Healthy communication. You can have healthy communication, throat chakra clearing, okay? Throat chakra. So they might be trying to block your throat chakra. So if you're in if you are in the limelight in some kind of way and you have a social media platform, or you are someone prominent in your business, right? And something, you're a well-known figure. It doesn't have to be social media, like, this is coming through social media. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that. It's just, you're well known in your family, amongst your friends, amongst your peers, amongst your coworkers. It doesn't freaking matter. You could be the president, CEO, the owner, the entrepreneur. You could be a travel world traveler. It doesn't matter who you could be, a celebrity. Could be whatever, right? Right? The voodoo rituals could be to dim your gifts, to have you be so preoccupied with other kind of things that you don't use your gifts, right? Like if you have a YouTube channel, not to create YouTube content, and you create things not to be able to create things, to, just that, like interference and all that kind of way. So yeah, whatever. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Beautiful. Yes, these images freaking create soul, mind, body, heart, and soul molecular. And what is it? It's like, is Mercury retrograde? Because I've been for the last like 2 or 3 days. I posted a video yesterday on Instagram and I didn't even edit it or change it or redo it. Towards the end of the day, I was and I just left it. I was like, just leave it. Like, so even if I have no idea, like I'll tap in and I'll check after all of this and stuff like that. But communication slowing down. That's what I feel like is happening right now. Like, whether that applies to retrograde or not, like I just feel like there's a slowdown in communication, but it might literally be just a slowdown in communication, meaning like to articulate your words better, to find the time to further develop with healthy communication, right? And they could be attacking that kind of too. So, I'm only raising awareness, not fear. There's no fear when you are aware and conscious, right? So there's no need to fear that which you know. Okay? Communication. Right, so the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. Beautiful images on these cards that activate the neuron receptors and neurotransmitters of the synapses in our brain and allow for that kind of like mind, body, heart, and soul molecular neurotransmitter of an activation to happen in our wholeness. Emergence, for our emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am stealthy. I am divinely led. I am divinely guided. I am divinely protected. This I know, this I show, this I grow. This is the feelings that I cultivate within me in my center of divine truth. I know source that exists within me. I am led divinely. Do you not see? Oh, you think I take a picture? I take a picture. Don't even acknowledge the energies anymore. Let the fucking door slam in their fucking face. Right, for your emergence, I'm gonna use these spiritual as fuck. I'm gonna end on these because I love these cards. These are my new favorite cards. They're called spiritual as fuck. I've been using them on my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. There's the opportunity to like this damn thing. I'm getting sick of all of y'all that do watch and you don't like, you don't comment, you don't share, you don't whatever, but you watch. What are you watching for if you're not gonna participate? You know, you just whatever. That's your own damn fucking thing. Evolution of a revolution of like whatever. I don't even know what that is. Anyways, but if you're here and you're like loving it, show that. Okay, thank you so much. All right, the present moment is fucking amazing. Open your eyeballs and look around. Even if you happen to be in the shittiest of shit times, it's probably something beautiful to notice right this very second. It could be that babies have eyelashes, and how could babies get any fucking cuter than having little baby eyelashes? Or maybe it's just that you took a breath and you didn't think you'd be able to do that. You did. Amazing. You fucking breathe. Okay. Beautiful. We did that one already. What other messages do we have for those that are tuning in right now for this evolutionary, revolutionary, awesome divine message? That is amazing. Make sure to follow Utopian Mystique on Instagram and TikTok, okay? And also to go favorite my Etsy shop, okay? It's Utopian Mystique Shop on Etsy. And show some love over there too. Even if you don't want to buy it, heart the damn shop. Okay, if you do buy, leave a fucking review. Okay, awesome. That is awesome. And the ones are doing amazing. Okay. Oh my God, calm the fuck down. Okay, 99.9% of your problems will be better handled if you simply calm the fuck down before you do anything. Try it. Are you butthurt about something? Are you? Remember, this is 50-50, so the obsessed is probably butthurt about the messages that I revealed in their voodoo ritual kind of things, and right now they're sitting there like, are you butthurt about something, about anything? Calm the fuck down, okay? Are you afraid? Calm the fuck down. Is the house on fire? Okay, we'll get out of there. Call 911 and then calm the fuck down. Okay. They might be trying to send shit your way in that kind of way too, but listen, beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. What's the first thing you thought of when you read negative shit? Write that shit down and take some space from it for a week. Then notice what happens in your life. You'll probably really like the results. So remove yourself from all that toxic, fake folk, and just the toxic thoughts about that too. Like, just see it for what it is and don't even dwell on it. Just to thine own ass be true. The most common thing that holds people back from health and happiness is an unwillingness to be honest with themselves. True story. It's been unscientifically proven. Owning who you are, what you struggle with, and where you want to be is the beginning of self-love and freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Kind of like when Sir Mix-a-Lot finally admitted that he liked big butts, that he could not lie. I like big butts and I cannot lie. And you can be kind of nice for the shit. His life blossomed after that. I like big butts and I cannot lie. To that own ass be true, and that's how it be. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, turning on with me. It is awesome to be on this evolutionary, revolutionary rise that is happening at this time. Happy full moon bloom. Tower of Shadows revealing to you what should be made known at this time so that you can get on your high rise to know what the enemy was up to in the dark. But it got no effect on you. You see, because it's revealed unto be a badass. Love beam today. That's right. Today is your job to fill every room you go into with laser beams of love. If you can't do laser beams, then make your heart a bubble machine and fill the room with bubbles. If that doesn't work for you, then you should bring donuts to work. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring donuts to my work. I am the work. Okay, donuts make almost everyone happy. No, bring me matcha. Go forth with your mission, grasshopper. Bring me matcha, bring me crystals, bring me a new tarot oracle deck, bring me something beautiful that you made with love. I love things. I love when people make loving things. Right? That's an energy. I receive loving things from loving, supportive, beautiful souls all across the globe, right? All right, one more. Right? Holding on to resentments is like taking a shit in your own heart. Don't take a shit in your own heart, okay? Oh my gosh, don't do it. Yeah, it's that gross and pointless. Okay, let that shit go. Look up loving kindness. Okay, meditation on the internet and do it. Focusing on love is like taking a baby wipe to your. Oh, yeah. Okay, love you. Till we meet again. Love and alchemy, my friends.